one, here we go. I am live.
Let's see. Hmm. Okay, here we are.
Hmm.
Uh, are we live?
Yes.
Okay. It has been 2 weeks, so a brief recap. Uh, the party has learned that things started exponentially escalating within the Dwarven Hold, with a large riot seemingly to take place on the bridge to the throne halls. The fate of Philgrim's father is currently unknown to the party.
Hmm.
You
That's not
have
good.
learned that the Golden Royal Guard that the Dwarven King was uh, the Golden Royal Guard is something that the Dwarven King was doing in absolute secrecy, with even the individuals forging their armor not knowing what it was for. And on the shoulder of these hulking figures is a weapon of unparalleled destruction. Narrowly escaping that, you all ended up somewhere in the northern regions during a warm summer night, though still cold for you all, having acclimated to the much hotter and more humid climate of the southern lands over these past few years.
Mm-hmm.
You have reunited with Tustus and have learned of her own tragic origin story. The deep self-loathing and regret she holds, blaming herself for the death of her twin sister. And you all now have returned to the hospital. Tustus was both frightened, angered, and distrusting of your doctor. She was unwilling to enter the hospital, and Pyre, you effectively had to carry her in like an angry alley cat.
I imagine she is definitely fucking scratching at me a lot.
Well, first standing on end, hissing incessantly.
Mm-hmm.
After a short rest and a highly stressful game of Quibble and or crossword search and or alphabetarian and or dialystics. The name is a walk in progress. You have all set back out again. I believe it was Fuglim who had the Phobos.
Yes, I believe so.
We think so.
Mm-hmm. Ocular Phobos fastened over your eye. You have all headed back out. You've recovered, but you are all in a somber mood.
Yeah.
Spending time here with your doctor may allow you a chance to rest your bodies, but you never feel at comfort in his presence.
No, we never do.
Oh, yes, that's a very good art piece for what this is.
Yeah, no, whenever you describe the Phobos, I just think of the fucking eyeglass from Spiderwick
Ah, I
Chronicles.
see.
The fucking seeing glass from the Spiderwick Chronicles. I fucking love that movie.
I don't think I've seen that movie, but yes, a very similar image comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This thing only appears at like the end point of the movie. Or like no, it appears at like one or two flashbacks, but it only really appears on one of the characters in the actual like who are actually like living.
Oh my
the
gosh, I've
situation.
never actually seen the movie.
You've never seen Spiderwick Chronicles?
No, I played the game and I read the books. I've not seen the movie.
Okay, we need to
I only
watch
had
that
one of
movie.
the books as a kid.
Okay, Slaya, we need to sit down and have you watch that movie because that movie's fucking amazing.
Okay, but for now, Virgum, you are in the lead. Toos Toos is at the wheel. Pyle and Lily, I imagine you're effectively walking side by side.
More or less.
So then I believe we are walking off towards the
Yeah.
nearest memory
Mhm.
fragments, I believe is what I'm
All
tracking.
right.
Yes, if I remember correctly, yeah, you track the memory
Virgum,
fragments, I see the thing.
now that you have
Mhm.
regained more memory and you are acutely aware of the condition of your leg, you do walk with a limp and your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That, I believe, puts you at 25 feet.
Hang on a second to let me check, because I do believe that I had built myself to be a bit more nimble than the average dwarf.
Yes, that's how you got up to 30 feet, whereas the average dwarf has 25.
No, it knocks me down to 35 feet. I believe I took mobile at some point.
Ah, yes, that'll explain
Yep,
it.
yep. Mm.
I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean you gained 5? Oh, I know, you took that you took that feet.
Well, I'm going to say your speed is reduced to 25. I thought it would be
Okay.
a 5 feet reduction, but it can. The narrative point is you are a bit slower than Pio and Lily now.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Ye-
It's like a limp because we've got short legs, so if we're getting hit with a limp, it's going to impact our speed a lot more than it is going to impact those longer-legged folk.
Mhm.
So 25 feet, I can keep that in mind. No bobs.
As you are walking, Toos Toos speaks in a low voice. You trust this thing that monster has made to guide us through this hell.
Fire just sighs. Look, Tus. It's either this or we wander this infinite void with no direction.
And with no direction is leading us to our impending doom. So it's better to have us have something that's pointing us somewhere rather than something that is pointing us nowhere.
And this way we avoid all the monsters. Which I believe that Dwarven King made. Well, not all of them, but there's quite a few here that I'm like 90% sure he made.
I can't remember much.
Yeah, that's the issue. Our souls are shattered.
And that's why we're going and finding the fragments of ourselves, so that way we can get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the puppies,
And the puppies.
And the puppies.
Yes,
which we're doing great on, by the way.
we have been collecting the
How
puppies
many
as
were
we
we at
go.
now?
We are at
Uh,
5 of 8.
3 more to
We
go.
only need 3 more.
Which 3 do we need still?
We still need. Oh, it's on my notes page. We still need Balto, Bruce, and Bebe.
Okay.
And we currently
See, I
have.
made the terrible mistake of just using their initials.
Yeah.
B, 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 and B.
Oh, it's B1, B2, B3.
Ah,
Didn't-
yes,
It's really
all the
funny.
vitamins.
Always remember to take your B7.
Oh no. The concept
What?
gets introduced to the Bumblari. They're like, so I've got to make sure I take all of my Vita Bs.
Vita Bees. God
I was
damn.
literally
They all
thinking the
start
same
with a B
thing.
and then a number.
The Bumblebee goes to the Nossaby and is like, I've been taking a lot of my Vita Bs, but I'm worried I might be taking too much. Oh, which one do you think you're taking too much of? Vita B.
Vita B.
Then Nossaby just blinks 3 times as she's hovering in place and it's like, okay, don't worry, this happens a lot. Which shade of honey was it? Just holds up a little color slip. That one. Oh, don't worry. You can't. Oh, you can't take too much of that one. That one's just regular honey.
That's really funny.
God damn it, I love the fucking stupid the Bumblebee are.
Just imagine, one of the Nosobis addressing a whole little class of Bumblebees. Okay, now repeat after me. No wrinkles or bumps, and the whole little class. No wrinkles, no bumps. I think that would be adorable.
There's always going to be that
Mhm,
one
mhm,
kid
mhm.
that doesn't say it right. It's like, no winkles or bums.
But yes, Feogum, you are following the closest memory crystal, and you're walking through the dark, shadowy mists as, just like before, your footsteps slowly turn to stone. For long, you reach your destination, but you're confused. You return here again.
Well, shit.
I feel like we're missing something.
Can I see where the fragment is?
Giant toos.
Jan, oh my god!
I cannot figure out why it does that.
It might be that the map that the token is bound to might be a big one, and so it's always sizing it for her to be that big. For whatever reason.
Mhm.
That's happened a few times, if I remember correctly.
Well, that is a better hypothesis than I ever came up with, so, thank you, BB.
That's just my best idea.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
I mean, it sounds reasonable. Roll20 is a fucking eldritch monstrosity of code that I will never understand.
When Cthulhu charges you a subscription to have his madness.
To be fair, I will always believe the theory that the internet is just a way for us to contain an elder god.
You just wait for the day that it actually breaks containment then.
Don't worry, it's contained by humanity's stupidity.
Ah, that's why everyone in the world is getting stupider and stupider.
Mm-hmm. It's the only way to ensure containment works.
You're telling me that the only way we could figure out to hold Cthulhu in all of our intellect and resources was to match his madness with our own stupidity?
More or less. Basically, Cthulhu's brain is just at the center of the internet, and it's humanity's stupidness that's being wired into it all the time that's causing him to be contained.
Terrifying thought.
Yes.
Mhm.
When you really look at the internet, it very much is just like an eldritch monstrosity when you really think about it.
I prefer the Digimon approach. It's nicer.
Honestly, I do hope the internet is actually the Digimon approach. I want my Digifriend. I want my chosen Digimon companion.
My fluffy, cuddly companion that evolves into a death fridge.
Yee. Or a star, for some reason, evolving into big titty gunslinger.
Yeah,
And-
we don't know why that one is yet.
It's just like, how does the pipeline work here? I will do that. I will put that in the Rogue Trader game. There are gonna be one hell of a heretic cell. Finally, a truly sentient AI based on the collective consciousness of the internet. Now is the downfall of humanity. What is your will, our machine god? I desire porn. I always find that funny.
Didn't Solus, Astorius, or Bread and Butter get a dub of that?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but I'll look into that. The Turing Chance stuff is just amazing.
I love how delightfully unhinged yet accurate it is.
I saw this from some channel that dubs all of Centauri Tan's comics, and this is my desired Eldritch God of the internet.
The AI that only craves for.
Hey, if it's that or Skynet, you know.
Fair.
Good point. Good point.
That is very fair. At least humanity gets to live.
And it suddenly means that no one's laughing at the not safe for work artists anymore.
Fair.
They're the only people keeping the Eldritch God sated.
They're the only ones keeping an elder god at bay.
Ergo, we owe them our lives.
that is beyond fair.
Alright, the inevitable machine uprising aside,
Yes, indeed.
Toos looks around the location. Pilgrim, your home is a wreck.
Wait, I thought we were back at the place with the Gatling golem.
No. That has been defeated. It's buried under several tons of hallway. Half of this entire ancestral star hall has been collapsed.
But we're still sort of like back at that location, as from what I
Yes.
could tell.
Gotcha.
At least we don't have to worry about the golem, but still.
And Toos has commented that your home is a wreck.
Yes. Yes, it is. And we're trying to slap some sense into it not being a wreck.
I mean, is there anything we could do to fix that? I'm trying to think what could be the goal here now. Because every time we've been to a place, there's some sort of goal. And this is the first time we've returned to a place a second time.
I mean, let's see. Big thing over there is buried and helpless under rubble and not functioning. Maybe we could steal its shoulder weapon?
As you
Eh,
say that, Toos suddenly points. What's that?
Pyre looks to where Tustus is
Well,
pointing.
that's what?
She's pointing at a solid wall.
That's a wall.
Looks like a
Yeah,
wall to me.
He's the wall. What do you see?
A faint purple glow.
Oh.
Oh, that would be one of your memory shards,
Mhm.
probably.
That's one of your memories. All of our memory shards are colored to each other. Yours are
Toos
purple.
reaches a hand up to the intact half of the star wall, the layered glass and gems seeming to glitter. And as she reaches a hand out to touch it, it seems to deepen, to expand. A tunnelway opening through this winding through this winding tunnel of glass and gem.
Whoa.
Interesting.
She glances back at you all, then glances at the tunnel.
Alright. Pyre will look over. Well, let's move forward.
Well, there we go.
Everyone stay close, it's a daisy chain.
Pyre will give Tustus a smile. Good job on that. I would have never found that.
She doesn't respond as she climbs into the hole.
Pyre will basically grab hold of Lilybear and Furgrim's hands as she follows.
Do 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 do
Mhm,
thump
mhm.
did the thump did the thump did the thump did the thump. Because I'm still walking with that limp,
Cacophony
remember?
I
of
know.
metal and keratin resounds off these glass tunnels as a clink thunk scrape of hoof, horn, and boot. After about 2 minutes of this, Toos stops and looks back at all of you. Do you even know what quiet means.
Pyre just looks at her and cocks her hip, just gestures to the armor.
You cock your hip, clank, crack, as it smacks into the glass wall.
Point proven.
We're about much the same.
Pyre just looks, look, this armor isn't built for stealth. It's
She
not.
just doesn't say anything, but you see her nostrils flare a little as she turns back and starts going ahead again.
Pyre will follow behind.
As you are all walking, you start hearing voices. Dwarven voices.
Interesting.
Good thing we got there with the cannon in time. Ye folk wouldn't last long against one of those. Monsters they are. It's a good thing Leo knew you was coming. He's got good news for these things. Ye trying to get into Temple of Lord Morden Light, are ye?
Yeah.
Then you hear your own voices. Yeah, we're trying to speak with the head priest. Ingvar said, he would be able to help us find the keepers of the Frost Forge. The dwarves in front of you all, awful. Real good luck talking to him. We haven't been able to get word to him in nigh over a year. But, as luck will have it, you don't need him, 'cause you found us. Then, Pyre, you hear your own voice. Wait, I thought you all had your base in the temple. Aye, we do. Then why aren't you in the temple? 'Cause can't get in. Doors locked.
Door's locked. Who's locked that door?
If the door's locked, what? But you're the. Don't you have a key? What? Did you lose them or something?
First off, no, I'm not lost the key. The images are now starting to take a visual shape, and you see this dwarf hold up his beard, and attached to the many rings woven into the braids are many, many keys.
Ah, well, definitely it'd be hard to lose your keys like that then. So what do you mean the door's locked? Use your keys and unlock it.
Lad, did ye sleep through all your classes of Morden's faith during your smelting years? Every dwarf knows that the Temple of Morden's locks aren't mundane, they're divine.
So what you're saying is that Muradin himself locked you out?
You watch your tongue, boy. I'll have you a white shiner for that. Nay, the god never lock us out the temple. Another one speaks up. You speak with a lot of confidence, but here we are, still outside the temple. Man's may got a point. And I'll give you a right shiner too if you keep speaking that nonsense. Moradin has not forsaken us, I am telling you. Nah, I don't know why we've been locked out.
The king's probably locked you out.
Need to get word to the head priest. He'll be able to sort this out. We haven't been able to get word to him in near a year. At this point, I feel he must be ignoring us. Nah, this is more the king's paranoia, I'm telling you. He's probably not letting any of our messages get in. I doubt very much the priest could even get out.
You bar
Well,
priesthood.
we need to get in there and see him, official grudge bearer business and all.
Yeah.
The other was look at you, look at each other, look back at you, look at each other, look back at you. On the note of being official, have ye been officially ordained by the priesthood?
That's what we're here for, I think.
We're here for many reasons.
And then the scene shifts again as you almost seem to get double vision watching the dwarves go one way, whereas Tustus seems to carve another way. And you both stop as though you've hit some kind of dead end.
Pyro will look over.
You see that while you're still in the tunnel has almost begun to split apart. Two hazy overlap tunnels growing further apart, and now only the very edges of them overlap.
Tustus, I think you're probably following a different memory from us.
My eyeballs feel like they're being pulled out of both sides of my head. I didn't like it.
It is disorientating.
Tus looks back at you all and kind of nails her eyes. Who have you talking to?
The dwarves. As Pyre points
Memory
down
of the
the
high
tunnel.
priest.
Well, it wasn't really
what?
us, more our memories.
What dwarves?
You can't see our memories because you weren't there. At least, I think that's what's happening?
I will say, Pyre, you are fairly convinced that is what's happening. Based on everything you've experienced, that would make sense.
Yeah, because you haven't experienced the same events we have. The memory we found you in was more or less your cage, I guess. It's something you need to break through in order to get farther. Because the fact that we saw things that you didn't, and you saw things that we didn't, our memories aren't aligning properly. You probably went down this tunnel trying to follow us. Maybe. Or maybe you went down a different, similar path.
Pyre, could you give me a history or insight check? In fact, the whole party, history or insight checks.
Okay.
Oh, but hey.
History or insight? Let's see. Which one of those do I have better at?
This
Okay,
is-
I will insight
I will
for
history.
it is a total of 8. That was a nat 1.
11.
I keep forgetting that Lily has a separate character name. Insider history. Okay. That is a 25 for Miss Lily of the Mystic Bear.
Really,
On insight, specifically.
you have a sudden revelation. This memory has mentioned Ingvar, and you know you were with Ingvar down in the great tunnel shaft below before Moldvid had helped you get back up to the surface, but Tus was nowhere in those memories. And you recall the memory when you were all chained to a wall, your backs aching. You didn't see Tus there.
Huh.
When you were all walking through the tunnels, when you couldn't breathe, when it was cold, when only Pyro's warmth was keeping you from succumbing to hypothermia, Tus wasn't there. And you realize that whatever had befallen you to lead you to get captured, to lead you to going down that tunnel, to whatever had happened, Tus had not been captured alongside you. And you believe that whatever had happened in that throne room is when you all and Tus went different paths.
Mhm.
Very interesting. I would like make sure I was reiterating that as we were making this revelation.
You're right. We did go down different paths.
Haven.
You need a translation.
No, my brain is just catching up slowly.
Ah. Okay, so in effect, Tus, you have seen and experienced things that we haven't, and vice versa. But that brings into question, when did you get captured? When that
Tus looks down at your list, Lily, and she can see the bruising from metal shackles. And she looks down at her own wrists, and there is no such bruising. I don't think I was.
that doesn't make sense. The only reason you can be here is if you got captured. It has to be. How else would you end up here? Right?
You know how we've come to be here?
Not fully, but I know it has something about us being captured and tortured and linked up to some machine that I'm trying to figure out how it works so we can get out of here. Or at least I think so. Yeah, all I know is that there's some machine in the real world that seems to be linked to Lily that is causing us to be here. If memory's serving. In all honesty, I can't really trust my memory of these right now because I keep getting.
That sounds
sick.
correct.
Well, there's something to that effect, at least.
We don't know when we got captured. We have memories of being tortured. I do, at least. At least some. I can somewhat see into the real world as well, which is concerning sometimes. But why are you curious about that?
Should I not wonder how I've arrived in this endless expanse of horror?
Oh no, you should. You definitely should. But it's a thing of the only way, as far as we understand, is to get captured unless there's something else going on for you to get here. You don't know how you got here, right? You just
No.
found yourself in that memory. Just so I got my bases correct.
Yes.
Well, as far as we're aware, the only way to get in here is through whatever machine that is. But maybe some ritual? Maybe some other thing allows people in here? I mean, that has to make sense given that there's strange machines here that could have only existed if somehow they came here via some other means. Right?
You mentioned trudging through a tunnel with injuries.
I
Yeah.
And this
Mhm.
happened after you remember eating at the Dwarven King's table.
maybe.
We think so? It's hard to get a gauge on
Then
when the memories
that would
happen.
mean you did leave the throne room.
Did we?
We might have. But there has to no. The dinner must have happened before we tried and right?
I uh I don't know. My memory's missing.
All of ours are, and we're not really getting everything in line order.
That's
I just
true.
coming in bits and pieces, and I hate putting my memory. I should not have to put my own memories back together like some damn jigsaw puzzle.
I mean,
Captain always says, when your mind is troubled, go off instinct.
I don't know if I trust my instincts right now, because my instincts say punch everything in the face.
Mhm.
that might be the best option, considering how much is wrong here.
Virgrim just looks over at Pyre and it's like, I don't think you understand. That means everything, and he points at the Pyre, Lillian, Tus Tus. And
Ah.
I don't think that that's gonna start by getting us anywhere. Because you're my friends, and I don't think punching you is gonna do any good.
Mhm.
Fair. The issue is that, again, we've been getting these memories piecemeal, not in the right orders, and we've been trying to figure out what exactly happened altogether. What events followed what, when we got hurt, when things happened. It's confusing.
Yeah, very.
And we have been going off our instincts for a few things. But it's not always the best option. But we've been doing our best. We've gotten this far in this strange place.
Tus is quiet for a moment before she sighs. The wolf pack indoors. If you
That read in the tone of "I'm surrounded by idiots."
don't remember, and we don't have enough information to put it together, and what I recall and what you recall different, meaning whatever happened, I didn't follow you because I didn't want to, I couldn't, or something forced us in separate ways.
That is palpable. I don't want us to go separate ways again here because, well, I don't know what will happen if that happens. Me, Lily, and Fjorgrim have been together through all these events as far as I can tell. So that's the reason we can follow each other's memories, but you went down a different path, so...
You were in my memory, though.
As far as we can... I mean, as far as I can tell, it seems like there's some memories that we can just interact with.
Well, there was a puppy in your memory.
That is true. It seems like if there's a puppy there, we can just go in. So then again, that might not be how it's
This just
working.
tilts her head.
Probably just tilts her head back at her.
You can't see the light I'm following, and I can't see your memories. Maybe then one of us needs to close our eyes and let the other lead.
Fire will
Maybe.
just
That's kind of
smile.
been why we've been passing this thing around.
Fire will just smile as she will extend her hand. Lead the way then.
Tus looks back at you, Fjogum, and
Alright.
you trust that thing.
It's kept us from death so far.
Better than wandering aimlessly and hoping we find something.
And that monster
Don't
says that
trust them as
I
far as we
can't
control.
look through it.
Actually, I wonder about that. Why did he say you can't look through it?
Pirate, you recall that your doctor had indeed said that if Tus would look through it, she would see through the veil.
Right. Right. No, he said that you look
She's
through the
go
veil.
mad again.
And well, as far as I'm understanding things, that would not be good for anyone, especially you.
Given how you've seen through it once already in your memories. Which is probably why you don't bloody need this thing.
You've already made contact. You probably see things in their more truer state than we ever will.
Tooth doesn't say anything for a long minute. Right? If that's the only thing we have to go off of, then are we going to follow the light of my memory, the light of your memories?
I say
If
we
we went
follow.
separate paths, I don't think you following me would make you whole again.
No, but it'd help make you
One
whole
thing
again.
one thing at a time.
We all gotta get out of here. We're not leaving you behind. So, we're gonna help make you whole again as well. That understood?
It would kill me if I died in the fail.
Then come on, let's get your pieces back together. Inspire holds out her hand and closes her eyes. Reaches a hand behind her for someone else to grab hold.
Right? Toos, takes your hand, Kyle. And, you all form a daisy chain. Since Lily isn't here, where are we putting her in the chain?
Right behind
Somewhere in the
her.
middle.
Okay. Between Kyle and Fjogum.
Here's a meme for you, Grave.
So what for me?
A meme for you.
Oh.
You know, because I got evil Atro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Okay, we might have a new conspiracy meme.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah, yes, classic April. Trying to put together what the fuck's happened to her character. Oh my god, this not Blossom, not Bubbles, what's the fucking good green one? I forget her name. Damn it.
Buttercup.
Buttercup. Fucking Buttercup in the fucking background. Just April trying to put together what the fuck people have been doing with her character for the last few years.
She's the brains. No, she's the sex appeal. No, she's the token female character.
No one can decide. Like, dear God, like the amount of times I'm just like, why do they keep changing April? They keep the turtles the same, but they keep changing up what April is. Like, normally I'm not like, oh, I don't mind if they change a character's like design or something. That happens all the time. But if you just change a character's whole personality all the time, it makes things so weird.
It's
Especially when every other character is
inconsistent.
largely the same. Like, right?
Like we all agree what these characters are. Yes. What about this character? No.
No.
Sexism.
Can we all agree on this one character? No, we shall not. In fact, every version of her will change drastically. Can we at least keep a consistent design theming? No. The sun is a deadly laser. Sorry, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but dear God, I wish that they would keep some consistency with April.
Fair, fair.
I love so many of her incarnations though, but it's just some consistency would be nice.
Indeed.
I don't know if this video is spoiler or not. So, PB, I'm gonna send this to you, and you're gonna have to tell me if this is spoiler or if it's a nothing burger.
Okay. Let's see here.
Recently, Pablo also talked a lot about raids, and it started from a simple question during dev shows. Why doesn't he believe raids?
Oh no, it's a nothing burger, really. It's talking
Thank you.
about a back in the day. I think they got removed like 6 or 7 years ago. I think, yeah, thereabouts. There used to be a game mode called Raids, and
Mhm.
they removed them because there's too many issues going on. Primarily, a lot of the new warframes wouldn't register for some of the teamwork coordination things.
And they couldn't manage to make the 8-player connection work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You allow for 8 people to play in the same mission and do these things. The thing is that they
But
replaced them
the
with a
thing is,
lot funner. Well, not fun. Well, raids were pretty fun, but the thing is that there's the issue of there needs to be balance for raids to be difficult.
is that everyone agreed at the time raids were trash, and then as soon as they took them away, no, raids were great, we want them back, and they've never shut up since.
Yeah. Also that.
Which honestly, it would be nice to have them back.
But the thing is, the rewards that we got in raids, we got better. We got a very different version with Archon hunts.
They have given us
and
different means of
sorties.
acquisition for them.
Yeah, we got much different acquisition methods and methods that are honestly, so in my opinion, better than raids.
Mm.
They're at least a lot quicker for weekly rewards.
Yes.
Apologies, I have returned.
Hello.
Mhm.
We were just discussing the intricacies of a removed game mechanic from the hit game Warframe.
Nice.
And it's not even like
All right.
raids were. Oh yeah, sorry. Continue.
You have. Really, the party has been discussing with Toos the differences and what they remember, and currently has the walking theory that Toos and the party must have gone different ways and thus remember different things, and that's why the memories are starting to diverge. And so has concluded that one group will have to follow the other with eyes closed to go to their memory so that you can all stay together. And Figure and Pyre said they felt they should follow Tustus foster her memory before going to the group memory.
That feels reasonable. I will also close my eyes.
Okay, you are in the middle of the daisy chain between Pyre and Firgrim.
Excellent.
You all follow Tustus. The pathway getting gradually steeper and steeper until you're climbing up it.
Tongue scrape, tongue scrape, tongue scrape, tongue scrape.
And then you have the sensation of falling, for
Whoa.
landing on your feet, rolling, jumping off again. And with this new sensation, you all open your eyes and find this memory from Tus's perspective, running along the walls of buildings built into the cave side, going from stalactite to stalactite, moving through the darkness. There is a lot less of security along the cave and upper roof ledges of the dwarven hold than there is the ground. And what deterrents are there were designed against much larger creatures. They were intended to fight off dragons. A lithe figure like Tustus is easily able to just slip through them.
Yes, of course.
I remember this. There's no guards posted along any of the rooftop defenses. I thought it was strange to have so much heavy defensive positions built into everything and to just have them all empty.
I guess I never thought about it. They aren't at war, so they wouldn't want to waste manpower there to man defenses
Right,
that aren't going to be used, right?
we're in a cave. What's gonna come from the sky?
Then why did you build all these?
Because way back when there were dragons.
I mean, to be fair, there are still dragons.
Have dragons ever gotten this far down below?
Virgum shrugs.
Pilgrim, you would know that only once in the history of this hold has anything breached this down below.
Do I know what it was that breached?
Yes, it was nearing the end of the Hundred-Year War, where the Soul Empire was losing territory rapidly, and as one massive, desperate frontal, they sought to claim the Dwarven hold.
Virgum shall recount the tale.
That was the day of when the dwarves all retreated down to the very deepest depths at the time. And when the Soul Empire had been going to cross one of the last bridges, is when the now High King had showed up and held them off.
Damn. That is a very damn just
Yeah.
damn
And
Slayer.
that is what we call a slant bridge defense.
The the space between the room you sheltered in and the rest of the hold became known as the King's Chasm. The bridge itself was superheated with demonic and divine flames, such that it turned into an almost marbled glass of black and gleaming white.
God, that must look beautiful.
And it was this feat that earned the High King the title of Honorary Dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
bestowed on her by Oathbeard.
Ah, yes, of course.
Now, Fielgo, as you account this, you then do recall why there are so many rooftop defenses. There hadn't been at the time. And the dwarven leaders felt that had they had them, they would not have been pushed back to the deepest depths in Fior.
Ah, the whole thing of
And
better
so
to have them
they
and not
put
need them.
anti-dragon weaponry on every rooftop, on every outcropping.
They got this far once, but oh, Balmordan, we're never gonna let them get that far again.
Toos at this actually looks back at you. Her figure almost phantom-like in this memory as the memory of her continues going forward. That, at least, is something I can respect.
Indeed.
And then you see a familiar scene. Toos has managed to cross the ceiling. She had to drop down to get past a large gate, slipping through some of the spaces in it before starting to climb up again. And now she's climbing up the wall of the throne hall. And the familiar scene plays again.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
You see the dwarves cross the bridge. Virgum, you see your father again, demanding to know where his son is, his hammer slamming into the gate over and over. These great stone doors. Some of the oldest things in the hold begin to crack under his hammer blows.
Oh, he's pissed.
And then it happens. Bang! The gunshot. You see him stagger before more gunshots ring out. But this memory does not fade. You're now all watching from directly over Toos' shoulder. Your Toos, now seeming to be in the same position, resynced with the memory.
Hmm.
But you can still hear her voice moving independent of her mouth at the time. I couldn't. This wasn't my mission. I didn't owe anything to these people. I needed to keep going, but I couldn't. You watch as Toos grips the claws of her feet into the stonework, leaning out as she almost planks before taking out her bow and rapidly firing several arrows into the darkness. You can't see what she was aiming at, but you see the slight burst of spark as they slide through the eye sockets of dwarven guards holding these firearms. Every time one takes a shot, Toos returns with an arrow that takes it out.
You got me, Vengeance. I can ne'er grudge you that much.
Then you hear a great rumbling. The wall almost seems to shake, as on either side of this great throne hall, on two raised platforms, heavy steel doors open in their floors, and one golden guardian on each
Uh-oh.
side of the great doors raises up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
God.
Boy.
The heavy guns on their shoulders begin to turn and align with the crowd on the bridges.
Aye, this is the moment he goes too far.
Is he really just gonna kill all these people?
There's a clank, 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 clank as they begin to spin up. Tus looks around. You feel a pain in your cheek as Tus bit down on hers before she reaches into her quiver of holding and pulls out a heavy black iron arrow. It has a curve along its shaft, and she pulls it back. It is so heavy. You feel your arms scream, the muscles protesting and trying to lift this arrow. And then she looses it. It spirals straight as it slams right into the ammo feed of one of the large guns, jamming in there. The mechanism continues to spin, but nothing but sparks come out. Then she quickly turns around, but she has to contort in an awkward angle to get the right alignment as the ammo feeds are both on one side. She tisks as she starts running along the wall, taking a leaping jump. And as she arcs overhead, at the zenith of the jump, she shoots an arrow straight down, aiming for the slot, but only just clips it. She severs the ammo belt, but doesn't manage to disable the gun as the turret then suddenly rotates straight upward with surprising speed on a steam-powered piston to shoot up at her. Bullets tear through the air. You all feel a piercing pain. Feargum, this isn't a pain you can understand. You don't have a limb there, but Lily, Pyre, you both feel a pain near the base of your tail, light hot.
Oh, my tail!
Mm.
It's so my tail's so small. I don't have much tail to lose.
Tus crashes into a stalactite, her claws raking across it as she goes to stop herself before spinning around as the final few bullets in the feed crash into the stalactite, almost breaking it, but it manages to hold as Tus on the other side gasps. She looks back at her now short tail, and the Tus with you lets out a small shriek as she also turns around, and you can see they are now Tus's tail, only a third of its previous length, now wrapped in bloody bandage.
Oh no.
Her eyes go wide. And then the memory fades as you're all standing in the dwarven tunnel again, and Tus is almost shaking, just holding a stub of a tail.
Fire
Yeah.
fell, and
That happens.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The more you remember, the more your body reflects the truth.
That's really annoying and inconvenient.
If I can't even really say that with a straight face. Look, Pyro just kind of nailed down a bit. This entire place, you're going to be facing a lot. And you're going to get injured. Quite a bit, most likely. But you're a member of the wolf pack. I'm sure that's no stranger to you.
Tus punches you in the face, Pyro.
Ooh.
Ow. Alright, I was trying to be on your level. Apparently isn't gonna work. I apologize.
Alright, I need to take a moment and use the bathroom.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Bathroom break.
Feargum announces this and limps over to behind a column.
Yep, okay. Apologies about that. Sorry about that, Tus. Apparently you don't want me to be on your level. Understood.
It's a sensitive topic.
I tried. Fire just says that she just like
You
fiddles with her
see
nose.
various emotions only briefly flicker across Tus's face. Really only at the corner of her lips and her eyes do you see anything before finally the shaking stops. She looks up at you. Her eyes are hardened. Lily, you've seen this look on Chi a few times, and you now understand it. This is the wolf pack on a mission. This is them pushing everything else down and bottling it all up just to focus on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'll live, is all she says.
Alright, understood. His buyer just like readjusts her nose. You got a good punch behind you.
As you say that, Pyre, you can see Tustus's knuckles are now busted and bleeding from that punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pyre, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. As Fire just kind of just looks at anything else. She doesn't want to make two suits anymore, Engi. As she will then look at as she'll then look around the room. Alright, so we got that going. So we got you remembering some stuff. That's good. Sorry, just imagining us having this serious conversation while Bjork's just taking a leak behind a statue. The mental image is just very funny. This is very serious, very emotional conversation. It's just dwarf whistling behind pillar. Just staring at dwarf whistling while he's behind a pillar taking a leak.
He's singing a song to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Half the hall has been collapsed, but there's still a strong echo.
God, I just. I'm sorry, that just puts an image in my head that I just can't help but laugh at. Not an image, but just kind of a fucking sound file in my head.
You ever enter the Grand Mall and there's a big fountain in the center?
Yeah.
And the whole room is tiled?
Mm-hmm. You can just hear everything.
Yeah, that's basically what you hear.
Yes, dwarf taking a leak, not MP3. Sorry, my brain just went there for no reason, but it's too funny not to laugh. Now then, Pyro will look to God, brain work. Right. Pyro will then look to Tustus and then down the hall to where to where our memories lead and say, "Ready to follow?" Because I have a feeling that this is gonna be a different one.
Tustus looks between the three of you. She breathes out slowly through her nose. White dwarf, you lead. They've not
Pyre,
back yet.
think he might still be peeing.
he might be
Oh,
still
okay.
be. He might have giggled
I'm
because
back.
he was laughing.
Oh!
Yeah, he's back.
He's probably okay. I thought you were giggling because you were laughing at the mental image I described earlier.
No.
Alright, Tustus looks at you. You lead, dwarf.
Okay.
She
Pyre will.
will take Tustus puts a hand on the back neck of your armor and then closes her eyes.
Virgum looks through the Phobos.
You look through the Phobos and you see those wispy figures again of the keepers of the First Forge.
Right, this way.
Fire will nod and she will follow.
Mhm.
We're off to see the dwarves.
You
We're off to
head-
see the dwarves of the forge.
You,
We're off to meet the dwarves.
Yes,
The honorable dwarves of the
as you
forge.
walk, Ingvar finally behind you speaks up. Think the Hypus must be sodden with Lockham. The other forge keepers look at him. Are you daft, man? You may have held position of Mountain General, but you can't go laying such accusations against a good man like the priest.
I mean, what if it's not entirely wrong, though? I mean, not saying that the priest willingly is siding with him, but what if, I don't know, Lockham's using some kind of leverage or something?
That man has upheld the light of Morden for over 400 years. You'd think he'd bow down to some weasel-bearded, gold-grubbing, beer-wasting, bee-killing, slag-spraying oaf of an unqualified moronic monarch like Lockham.
I would hope not,
Fire just put back in my pirate
because
head.
we
You know,
share
it's
much of the
bad when-
same sentiment.
I don't know why. Just in the back of Pyre's mind, it's just like, you know, he's pretty bad when they're worrying about killing bees as well. When killing bees is also on on how bad they are. That's
Beers
really
are
bad.
very important. You need beers to make mead.
I know. I'm just.
Those beehives were as old as this mountain itself. Let me out! Let me out! Let me go! Jordan, let me go! I'm a slugger in the jaw. I'm a ditching me.
Pilgrim!
Oh, come, you bad man. We don't have the time to be fighting amongst ourselves.
I didn't mean offense.
Match has been taken. Now put him up.
All right, you want at me?
Please don't kill the priest, Pyre.
No,
Please,
this
I
isn't
was-
a priest. This is one of the old god. This is a dwarf in his upper 200s.
Oh.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure you're kind of tough enough to take a punch.
Says the lady that's managed to kill people by giving them a love tap.
yeah, that's true.
Fire
You
looks down
have
at
a
her
flashback
knuckles.
of all 4 times you killed somebody with full intent of just knocking them out.
I've had to revive so many people
Fire
from the
just
dead.
kind of like takes a moment. Fire just takes a moment. Half those times, I was wearing love tap.
You were a pyre. Yes, you were.
I
There's
bought
blood on all of
I
our
bought
hands now,
those ra-
Fire.
I bought
We just
those
gotta keep
knuckle
going.
dusters. Fire just like, I bought those knuckle dusters so I'd stop killing people when I was hitting them.
You all have a pile, Lily. You both have a distinct flashback to the time you were sneaking under the Church of Aliastri, and you went to just knock the guy out, and you twisted his neck a full 360 degrees.
Okay, to be fair, I was
Yeah, that was
literally
really hard to put back.
In my mind, it was gonna be the whole whistle, guy turns, hit him with the flat side of the glaive, and he'd just be knocked out. I was not expecting to kill him.
You super killed him.
I didn't mean
Yeah.
to. Pyre is eternally sorry for what she did to that man. Like she's like in the back of her head, it's just like there's an Pyre still believes that she will never be forgiven by Alias
Once
Tree.
the dwarf has calmed down,
The accidental turbo murder.
right now, we can't get into the inner chambers of the temple. That's where all our weapons are. And there's even a direct passage straight to the throne halls through there. However, only a few can open those doors once sealed. Only those chosen of Moradin can open them.
Pyre looks down at Peregrine.
Which is why we need to get to the head priest.
I mean, I'm the grudge bearer.
Keepers of Forge stop and look at each other. Does that count? I mean, isn't that like just... I mean...
The grudge bearer is appointed by Murden, and then ordained
but...
by the priest, so...
And he did get ordained by the priest quite a bit ago.
Like, ordained by a priest.
A priest, but it was still a priest of Moradin.
Priest is a priest is a priest, I always say.
So, yeah, the grudge bearer man could probably open those doors.
But try.
Well then, we'll need to get you to the doors, and that's going to be a task all of its own. And then, Lily, your past self asks a question. If Moradin is so important, why haven't we seen any other clerics of Moradin other than the head priest?
Cam, I did ask a good question.
The Forge Keepers are all silent as they kind of look at the ground. And then Ingvar speaks up. It's because all those faithful of his light take honor and pride of being standing members of the great dwarven army, and thus are down below digging that fool's errand of a damned tunnel to a fucking children's storybook.
Oh, this is after we see.
Oh.
Oh, we saw that early on then.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Interesting.
Then when the Keepers of the Forge speaks up, the fear who are too old, too young,
Excuse me.
don't have the aptitude for it, but there's high efficiency healing posts. One of Lockham's new proclamation of placing the... I'm sorry, I just blanked. Placing
okay.
placing the priesthood in places of proprietary importance for the most potent of... I'm sorry, I had a line.
No, that's fair.
Potent of problems?
Conveniently, for the most potent prosperity of the people.
Oh, okay.
Conveniently, these potent prosperity places all happen to be in the Lake Diamond and other noble districts.
Mm-hmm.
So, those damned merchants eating good dwarven steak and drinking good dwarven beer have their pick of healers to mend their little tiny fingers when they get paper cuts on their fancy white paper leather stationaries as they write each other mind-numbingly daft drafts of dear damned drivel.
Fire just like, I am sensing there's some anger behind this.
He knocks a random rock down off a piece of rubble and just kicks it.
All right. Okay. All right. So there is a lot to say there and a lot to unpack. So essentially, any for any dwarven priests or clerics that aren't down there are with the nobles because of what the king decided.
Ingvar speaks up. There's healing posts, or cages are what they are, keeping Morden's faithful in place so that they can't group up, so that they can't oppose his plans. I'm telling you, the head priest is walking with Lockham. Now that's daft nonsense, and I won't be hearing any more of that.
I mean, who else would have the authority to do that other than the head priest? The
Dwarf gives you a side eye. Pyre, you can see the dot in on caked on his face, the deep sunken eye sockets. These are tired, worn soldiers.
Yeah. Fire will just nod a little bit. Forget I said anything.
Hardgood Runehammer is a good man, and you will not be disrespecting his legacy like that.
Understood.
You should follow us. We caught in a basing ourselves out of a basement in a nearby brewery.
Fire will nod and follow
Apparently,
behind.
beer production is the only thing Lockham hasn't fucked up royally.
As honestly
That's
as
good.
it
I could
has.
use a bloody good drink.
Maybe I'm surprised that's even.
And you'll get to meet our leader too. He'll want to discuss things with you. He looks over at you
Aye.
finally. I warn you, you lass should be careful. Man's a real animal.
Oh.
He means that literally.
Fire just looking down.
I don't know, but I'm saying that right now.
Fire just looking down with an eyebrow raised at Furgrim. What the fuck do you mean by that? Is this one? Is this a wild dwarf? Or a feral dwarf? You understand my confusion, right?
I said that out of character.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
That being said, if it turns out to be the only dwarven druid,
Only few dwarven druids.
well, the only one that's in Hold Under Mountain, because most of them want to be out, amongst the trees.
No. There are mushroom spore circle druids.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
Who do you think
Why do I
farms the
keep
cave
forgetting?
mushrooms?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't remember. Why did I forget that that was a thing?
I don't know, but I think that's a legend.
I think that is a grudgeon.
I think that is indeed a grudgeon. Grudge bearer, there's now a new grudge within your book.
Be glad you said that out of character, otherwise one of the forge keepers would have clocked you.
Ah, yeah.
Get in your own country's heritage like that.
You're not a proper dwarf now, right?
Especially because of the fact that you can brew mushroom beer.
You can. It's actually usually vodka.
That's
Well,
a thing?
yeah, no, mushroom vodka is actually a thing. It's a very interesting process, in all honesty.
Sorry, excuse me.
Potatoes.
Yeah, no, seriously, you can make a basically vodka-like drink from mushrooms. If I remember correctly, you can. It's a very interesting process altogether.
Yeah, probably would be.
Main reason I even know about it is because of Metro, and I actually did some research into it, and yeah, no, that's actually a thing.
I see.
Hold on, let me go find the info pack I saw. Mushroom vodka. Mushroom vodka is a specialty spirit made of either infusing vodka with mushrooms, such as shards or candy caps, or distilling mushrooms into alcohol, resulting in an earthy, savory flavor profile.
Earthy and
Popularized
savory.
by makers like Mushroom Spirits Distillery in New York, common varieties include sake, and shiitake, lion's mane, head of the wood, which are often used in savory cocktails like dirty martinis.
Huh.
So yes, you can make vodka from mushrooms.
Interesting.
That is indeed the surprise.
I love the fact that I
don't
learned
drink
about this.
alcohols, but in terms of good to bad, how is this one?
Surprisingly good. The thing is,
Huh.
usually vodka is essentially just nearly straight ethanol. Because vodka is just very high in just alcohol in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it depends on the type you drink too.
That is fair as well. It depends on the
I was
type.
more of a brown liquor girl.
But typically, a rule to follow is the clearer the alcohol, the higher it is in percentage.
Okie dokie.
And, yeah. But, yeah, it's random fun fact. Dwarven mushroom vodka is a thing. Congratulations.
We will say that one of the dwarves is going on about that at length as you're walking. And Toos is just giving you Firgum an expression like, is he serious?
Lily shoved parts of her cloak in her ears.
What do you see? Then there's the fact that these people don't understand that you get a higher percentage of alcohol if you distill it this way with the mushrooms, and add mushrooms afterwards, a different type in order to increase the flavor. Just going at length for hours.
By the time you've rounded the same corner 3 times, you're pretty sure they're just dragging out this trip to continue talking about it.
Pirate just sighs. Is there any way we can make him stop?
Roll a history check.
History. That's not one.
No, it's physically impossible.
Pyre will just we just gotta let them finish. This might take.
And that was when the Great Liquor War ended after just 3 days.
3 days for a war. All right, shall we continue on our path? Fire offers as an off ramp.
Aye, hold your horses, hold your horses. We'll get there soon. To make sure we're not being followed.
Is that a possibility?
I mean, those things are really loud. Well, I guess also normal dwarves.
We just set off several cannons and collapsed one of the oldest parts of the hold.
Fair.
That's true.
We did do that. That's gonna draw some attention. We need to get rid of that thing anyways.
Oh, you left the cannon behind. It was too heavy.
Well, no, I meant the robot, but yeah.
Ah, okay.
I meant more the Dwarven Gundam, or fucking, I don't know.
Dwarven Gundam.
Hey, to be fair, when you guys met fucking Jorob, you kept thinking that he was a mecha.
Good reason.
Fair, but still. Anyways. Where were we? Ah, yes. You following them behind as Pyre will just nod along to the fact that we need to make sure that we weren't followed.
Oh. You walk for a bit until you come to a large brewery built into the cave wall.
Wow. Wasn't expecting a cave brewery. Honestly,
Just
I
explained on the
also was
whole
not
trip
expecting
the
that.
process to make the mushroom vodkas.
should.
Were you not listening?
To be fair, it was kind of hard to follow along halfway through.
All right, I'll start from the beginning.
No.
Fire's just like, no. We got a job to do first.
Well, how are we supposed to do the job without a proper appreciation for the finer things in life. Then he catches the look in Tustus's eyes. Oh, well, I mean, I suppose we could take a brief rain check on explaining the alcohols.
Good idea. Now then, shall we get inside?
I suppose we should.
Mhm.
Pyre will nod as we shall head inside of the room. The room where it happened, the room where it happened.
As you are all heading down into the room, they stop at. They head back to where the large brewing vats are, and shimmy behind one to where there is a false floor that they guide you down, and you make your way down a cramped staircase into a larger secret wine cellar. They then trudge back and pull out a bottle of Elven Mountain Spirit, and when they pull on the bottle, there's a click as the wall shifts to the side.
Oh.
It's hidden behind the one thing no one would ever touch. Elven Mountain Top Spirit.
I mean, perfect disguise.
And then you enter into a smaller room, clearly well lived in. There is a small hearth with a few pots bubbling. There is an old, worn table, notches missing from it. It's stained various colors. There's a few daggers pinned in maps and other charts along it. There are numerous parchments of diagrams, of plans, of to-do lists all spread across boards, hanging from shelves of old pottery. The ceiling here is low, only about 6 feet.
Damn.
You have to basically be on your knees to fit, and really, you can be standing up, but you know if you were to jump, you would smack your head on solid stone, as this
Oh,
cavern
sick.
is rough stone hewn out. And then they lead you to a door near the back. Now then, he looks along the three of you. Feel like should give you a word of caution. And then one of the others says, I think they just need to meet him themselves. There's nothing you can do to prep them for what they're about to experience.
Should we be worried?
Are you sure it's a good idea to let a couple of fine young lasses like this in the same room as the brute?
Pyre just raising a very high eyebrow.
Alright. Just know that the man can't keep his grammar pause to himself as he pushes open the door, and as you walk through the doorway, Lily, you are met with a brilliant golden light as you fall to your knees, seeing the figure who looks up at you from within this room, laying on a simple mat on the floor.
after we were going.
Who allowed him
after
to start
memory
smoking
shards.
cigars?
We're going after memory shards, and we found another pupper.
No, it's
Lily-
Bruno.
Oh, we
Bruno
got
looks
Bruno
up.
himself! Yay! Even better.
And he gets up. You see his one leg sag as he struggles to bear weight.
Oh,
but
he always
gets
was
up
such
and,
a man with the ladies. That's what they meant. Oh, he really is a
And-
hound dog.
and he limps towards you, holding his one paw. But once he reaches you, he still gets up on his hind legs and puts his very, very grimy paws on your shoulder, licking your face.
Oh, he's so gross, but I love him so much.
It smells like
Terrible
stale
bad.
beer and cigar.
God, I don't know who's been allowing you to smoke in here, but God, I love you so much.
Oh, Bo. And then Lily,
Just when I touch him, I give him guidance.
the scene desyncs as the memory of Bruno licking Lily is still there, as the real Bruno is incessantly licking your face.
We
My
got his boy
boy!
back.
Fire just. Oh my gosh!
You look down at him. His coat is matted. There's blood and mud caked on his paws. He's wearing a bloody bandage over his one eye. There is a fat cigar in his mouth, as his
Oh,
helmet of the Dragon Knight is shredded.
Ah, yes, Bruno has entered his Solid Snake arc.
Bo,
oh
Bo,
he's such an old grizzly man.
Bo. It is an honor to introduce you to the leader of the Keepers of the First Forge, Sir Bruno Thunder Tribune. Honorary
Jesus
dwarf.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
Pirate's just fucking cackling in the back.
I mean, I'm glad we found him. You're telling me the person we needed to find this whole time was my son?
Then you all realize all the puppies you have been finding so far have been wearing dwarven boarding with little dwarven daggers.
Oh my god!
Bruno, my boy. My dear fluffy big boy. How the bloody hell?
Both.
Oh, okay then.
I could cast ranger spells, right? We figured out that
yes,
was
you
something I
can.
could do. I'm going to, like, while petting Bruno, I technically
Your
have an
hand
innate
is
connection to
sticky.
him anyway. That's okay. It keeps getting caught in his fur. I'm gonna attempt to cast Speak with Animals because that's a ranger spell.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean we can't all speak Bruno?
Well, see, there's a difference between speaking Bruno and actually understanding Bruno.
Oh, that's a good point.
No, that is a good point, but still.
So you cast Speak with Animals, and it's difficult at first, but you manage to muster it, and you can hear Bruno. Mhm. Found family, found Lily. Good, hot, but good.
Oh, my sweet boy, you've done such a great job. I'm so proud of you. I have found most of the puppies and we're gonna be all safe and sound, don't you worry.
His tail waggles more.
Yeah, and they're all in cute little nurse outfits. You're gonna be so excited. And we're gonna get you a doctor's coat and it's gonna be great.
Bruno looks up at you. There's a light in his one eye as he licks you again. Happy. Sad, lost
we're-
family.
We're
Tried,
never leaving
fought
our sides
hard,
again, buddy.
Fought so hard.
You did a great
Couldn't win.
job.
Sorry. Lost. Sorry. Couldn't
That's
say
okay.
sorry.
You don't have to be sorry, sweet boy. I'm not I need to find whoever turned you to smoking these fat stogies, but we'll get back to that later.
Well, you look over at the one dwarf who would want to stockpile. Look, it's all we can do for the pain.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get him all fixed up, and when we're out of here, he won't have a nicotine addiction.
We might be a
What's
little too late on that.
nicotine?
It's something
That was an
within-
inside thought.
Fire just like it's something we
What's
read
the
about in the book. of
nicotine? Don't worry,
catalog.
Ranger things.
It's just Ranger things, don't worry about it.
It's something.
We
It's
managed to
divine information. Our
get him
goddess
off
gave
that
us.
bridge, and there was nothing we could do for the eye. It was shredded to pulp, and we weren't able to get all the bits of lead out of the back of the socket either.
That's okay. When we're out of here, we'll take him someplace real nice. Bye, Catalogue. I'll make sure my boy's okay.
Oof.
You fellas don't know who she is yet, but trust me, you got to talk a bunch. By the time I'm done, you'll sure as shit know who she is.
Bruno looks up at you, and then looks back at the memory, and then looks up at you, and then looks at the memory, and then looks at you, and then looks at the memory, and then looks at you, and then looks at the memory, and you can see he's very confused.
It's okay, you only have one eyeball, don't strain it.
Fire's
You
just
can see
going-
it's doing like circles as Bruno
I'll
licks you and then
explain
goes
later.
and tries to lick the memory of you, and then licks you
God,
and
you're
tries to lick the memory.
you're so gross. You're like so gross.
he is pretty rancid.
I don't think I've seen a long-haired mastiff before, but you're nasty, bro. We're gonna get you nice and cleaned up. And by we, I mean probably the nurses.
Fire is just going to just chuckle as she is going to pet. Just kind of kneel down and pet Bruno.
Your
Can
hands
Tustu
are
see
sticky,
now?
and there's a weird, indiscriminate goo stuck between your fingers.
Yeah.
I would also be excitedly telling Tustus, look, we found him!
Is at the far end of the room holding her nose.
Yeah.
And Lily looks up
Yeah.
at her, and Lily's like, her hair matted to one side and with slobber. She's
Uh-huh.
disgusting. She's got her head like pushed into Bruno, who's just covered in absolute disgusting muck and grime.
Oh, dear God.
Mother found puppies.
Yes, we've almost all of them, buddy. We're gonna get the last 3, and then we're gonna get any pieces we need left to make sure we're all whole again, and then we're gonna get out of here and go get Chi.
Bruno eyes light up as he actually goes back into the room and nuzzles aside some blankets and actually takes out a little bundle of cloth and walks up and puts it at your feet, and there you find the trembling form of one of the puppies.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh, he kept one safe.
It's stuck between 2 wood planks, nearly immobile by the bandages. You can tell that that this puppy was likely hit by shrapnel from the Golden Guard.
Oh no.
Oh, my sweet bit. Do I know which one it is?
Yes, it is number 7.
Okay, I'm going to assume that's Balto, only because that one makes sense to me for being out into a fight. Oh, my sweet Balto boy! Ah!
And as you scoop down, it actually desyncs from the memory. You are holding the real Balto as the memory is also there.
Oh, my sweet babies.
But as you-
Guys, we're
as you
doing
pick-
so good!
As you pick him up from the memory, he's better. He's no longer bound between 2 boards. He still walks with a bit of a limp on one side. He doesn't stand perfectly straight, but he's up. He's walking. He looks at you. There's light in his eyes. He's underweight, but it is Balto.
Oh, my sweet boy. My sweet babies. We're doing so good, guys.
Pyre will just nod.
Yes,
We've got the big boy and another little boy. 2 left. Only 2, though. Bruce, my sweet Brucey boy, and sweet baby girl. Well, baby, whatever you want to put.
BB baby. You could never quite decide. It was BEBE.
Either way.
That's all Lily knew.
Bruno looks up at you again, and there is a sadness in his eye. Follow. Follow Chi. Follow wife Chi.
Yeah, it seemed like some really bad stuff happened, buddy. I'm sorry.
Get to bridge.
I shouldn't have let you alone.
Ambush. Golden God. Attack. Fight.
Thank you, Shadow Kitty, for following the stream.
Lost. Lost Chi. Lost I. Lost puppies. Lost. What?
Oh,
What?
my sweet boy.
What? Angry.
I know, buddy. And we're gonna keep on to that because now I found you and we're gonna find everybody else. We're not gonna be lost any longer. Not you, not Chi, not any of the puppies. We're gonna be found. And we're gonna be together. It's gonna be great. All of us. And Lily does look back at to include obviously Pyre and Feargrum, but she looks back specifically at Toos as she's saying it too.
Toos is like standing half in the darkness.
That's okay. She knows generally where to look.
She is the night. She is the darkness.
It's usually the darkest corner in the room. It's pretty easy to tell.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to tell where she is. If you know her, you're able to tell where she is pretty easily.
Let me think. Behind the curtain? Behind the chair? Or in that dark, ominous void over there in that shadow?
We lost nearly all of us that day. Getting Bruno here off the bridge. Getting those little puff balls we'd been planning an attack, and somehow Lockham knew and planned that ambush for us. Your lady shouldn't have ever been caught up in our fight, and I'm sorry for that.
Oh,
Such a small,
I can
delicate
guess.
lady like her has no place fighting abominations like this.
She is of a higher
Then-
spirit,
My
you
sweet Chi,
realize.
my delicate little flower.
I'm sorry, lass, but we made a choice that day. The gods already had her and were dragging her in, and we thought she was dead. She was missing half her ribs. Had we known she was still alive, we would have done something. We would have figured something out, but we grabbed Sabrina here and his kin, and we got them off the bridge. There were 10 of us that day. Now there's 4 of us.
Thror? What number is Thror?
Four!
I think he meant to say 4.
He's choking on that cigar,
Sounded-
man.
sounded
Not
like
Bruno,
he
the other
started
one.
with- Sounded like it started by saying 3.
The influence.
One of them sighs. There's basically 3 of us. They look down a hall to another darker door. I don't think he's ever gonna walk again.
Oh, fuck.
What are you saying? He's half the man he used to be.
Fiogum, you get punched in the face.
I'm being serious.
Lily's back is turned to them because she's looking at the dog, but she definitely has to prevent herself from laughing like kind of hard.
Pyre,
To be
Pyre
clear,
does not
you
help.
all
Her
in
cheeks
Truth
poof
on
up.
one side of the room, and what you're watching is a memory that is playing out on the other side of the room.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
for sure.
Both versions of
But
Pyre
Fiogum,
are just laughing.
when one of the people of the forge punches you in your face, you feel your nose suddenly break at a right angle.
Hmm.
Oh, is that how that happened?
Both versions of Pyre are laughing uproariously at that. I will just say that. It's just, that's just what happened.
Your damn mouth. He's a good man, damn it.
I mean, I'm expecting so.
I don't want to interrupt the memory flow, but don't let me forget that I want to talk with us later about this whole ambush and maybe if there was a rat.
Oh,
As
there's
you
probably
say
a
that,
rat.
Lily,
A rat
your
or
mother speaks
dumb.
up. Hey. And you know who would have known about your plans? Don't you damn say it. Look, you know full well there's one individual who would have known what you were thinking, who you would have told your plans in advance. Don't you damn say it, Ingvar. The only person it could have been is Torgrid Runhammer. He sold you out. And at that, the memory starts to fade as the keepers of the Forced Forge and Ingvar get in a full-on fight. The last thing you see is Bruno stepping forward, Lily, out of your hug, opening his mouth. Burst! Raboof! As there's a thunderous sound that floors all the dwarves, and the memory goes dark.
I still have my boy though, right?
Yes,
Still have a
you are
boys.
standing with Bruno and the shaky but standing Bolto.
Oh, my sweet
Aw.
boys.
Oh, you puppy.
Oh, you guys stink so bad. I love you so much.
Okay.
First thing when we get back to having a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the doctor's not gonna be happy about this part, but it's fine. We got him. Ha ha ha. He's like kind of old and like older now and definitely injured. But she does kind of very gently hold his paws and does a little
Actually, as you
like
do that,
successful dance.
He isn't just injured, he is physically older. His hair is thinner, his joints are knobbier, he has gray hair under his coat.
Oh, my sweet boy, you've been gone and alone for too long.
Lily, could you roll me an insight? Or medical?
I can sure try. Well, it's a 3 on the die. Let's see what the modifier is. Insight's
You do
plus
have a
10.
point of
Oh, and
inspiration.
medicine's plus 10. So technically it's total of 13. Do I still have a point? Oh, because you gave us one at the beginning of session for being on time. What a gracious dungeon master you are. Only a little bit better. 15.
Pio and Firgun, would you like to make insight or medicine checks?
I mean, I can go for an insight.
Sure, I'll make an insight.
Ooh, it's not bad.
Or
Total of
actually,
21.
which is better, insight or medical? Oh, I have +0 in both. I'll just roll insight. 18.
So 15,
Nice.
18, and 21.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Firgun, this seems off to you. This doesn't seem like normal aging. Because based on the size of the puppies, it couldn't have been that long. But beyond that, you can't tell.
This is an out of character thought. Is someone sapping my boy? I swear to God.
Hmm. That is a good thought of someone just fucking life sapping Bruno.
Well, they better not bees.
I swear to
Exactly.
God. Oh, smoke in my eye.
Oh no.
Oh, smoke in my
Bruno's cigar, he twisted it in his mouth and it accidentally went into Lily's eye.
God, the smoke just. Oh my God. Hold on. It'll stop. It'll stop watering in a second. Oh God. It's fine. I just gotta close my eyes. Oh, my sweet boy. Okay, we gotta get him back to. We gotta get everyone back to the hospital. Check him in his patients, and then the doctor has to treat him by the bylaws of the hospital that I demand he stick to. Because God, I will not let him have a little bit of peace in this entire time.
Mhm.
He is going to become the puppy doctor.
The puppy doctor.
And then
We're gonna learn what a veterinarian is really quick.
Bruno has officially rejoined the party.
Yay!
Yay!
Sounds of a cork
My
popping
sweet
off.
boy.
You all turn and begin to make your way back to the hospital. And as you're walking through the mist, Bruno, he's limping. He doesn't want to put his one front paw down. And Balto is doing a shaky walk, almost like he can't walk straight. Whenever he goes to twist one way, his legs seemingly involuntarily turn the other.
Oh, my sweet boy.
Bruno keeps pausing to nudge Balto back in the right direction as he's walking along.
Aww.
And you can hear the exhaustion in Bruno's breath as he's keeping he keeps running between all the members of the party and then back to Balto. He doesn't want to let any of you seemingly drift apart.
Oh, my sweet boy.
Pyre is going to pick up both Bruno and Balto.
You pick them up. You hear a scrack as Bruno's fur drags across your armor.
Ugh.
I gonna need to polish that.
Pio, could you make
He's
me a
real
con
gross.
save?
Oh god.
Oh, gee, he's been through the toxic muck.
25.
As you're now holding Bruno, you realize he smells so bad because the keepers of the Force Forge likely escaped through the sewage systems, and your stomach heaves, but you keep it down.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's like actually covered in piss and shit and vomit and blood
I've smelt worse. I've smelt worse.
and
I've
some
smelt
unmentionables.
worse. Pyre just saying to herself, I smelt worse. I've smelt worse. I've smelt worse. And she keeps scaring them because she has decided this. She is not backing down.
You smell worse doesn't
Then-
mean that this isn't bad. Oh, no, you're right.
Pilgrim, as you're laughing, you turn around just in time to walk smack dab into the memory crystal that guided you here.
Bonk.
Pilgrim, blood streams down your face in thick rivets. You
Damn.
grit your teeth, making your way up the sacred stairs of the Temple of Morden. You fought long and hard to get this far. The fallen will not be forgotten. Their sacrifice will not be in vain. You've made your way past Lockham's guard, past the outside mercenaries, past the desperate and misguided. Slowly, you limp your way up these marble stairs, the stairs of your ancestors, your blood now joining theirs upon these steps. You glaze up at the massive doors now ajar, scaffolding and guard posts bolted into the once holy effigies that line this tunnel. Entering the temple, the air around you changes when you cross the threshold. There is a reverence to the great chamber. The crystal chandeliers cast down a warm glow from massive vaulted ceilings above you, affixed with sculptures of holy figures. You move through the nave. Pews and tapestries have been shoved aside to make room for walkers to bring in equipment. Crates and refuge piles line the walls. The great 100-foot-tall statue of Morden looks down at you, holding aloft a great mithril hammer. The god's eyes seem to bore into you, judging you, yet there is also a mournful feeling in that gaze. You have to tear your eyes away, unable to look up at your god, knowing the state of things, knowing what judgment he must hold. Walking around the colossal deity, you see the arched doors to the inner sanctum. They are surrounded with tools and blast marks. The tile floor dug down and carvings and runes blasted off the pitted walls around it. You push aside the body of a tabaxi wearing a vest with Razadun's seal. Hatred bubbles up inside you. One of the many walkers brought in to try and force their way through the holy temple's inner sanctum doors. Something no dwarf would do. As the rage and disgust fills you, you move forward. You have to keep moving forward. If you stop now, you don't think you'll get back up. There was an uneven wood catwalk made of haphazard beams across a pit in front of the doors. Blasted and dug out in an attempt to get around them. A scrap pile of ruined pickaxes, shovels, and other broken or spent tools fills the hole. You place your hands on the massive bronze doors stained with countless dwarves' blood and blast marks from the innumerable failed attempts to force through them. At your touch, golden runes ignite and blaze over the nearly 50-foot-tall doors, searing off the blood, the refuge, and the blast marks, leaving only the golden, polished hue of ancient dwarf craftsmanship. You push and you shove, but they refuse to open. The boards beneath your feet rattle from your efforts. You shout, "In the name of the grudge bearer, open your fucking door, damn it!" Yet still, they do not yield. You take a moment. You breathe. You can hear your party catching up behind you. Your eyes blur from blood loss. You get to one knee, maybe from exhaustion, maybe from pain, maybe in a moment of reflection. Morden, I ask ye please, as ye faithful, I's trying to put things right. I'm trying to do ye will. Open the doors. Oh, Lord under the mountain. And then, mournfully, the seal begins to fade. You can feel a sadness as the wounds dim and sputter before finally going out. Kyle and Lily and Ingvar have caught up to you. Bruno, watching the rear. You four push, and the doors begin to creak open. You see chunks of stone had blocked the doors. Broken glass and wood covers every surface. Bodies wearing holy robes litter the floor. Bruno snarls. And
Oh,
the
that
remaining two
bastard.
of the Keepers of the Force Forge flank either side of you, their weapons raised. You also raise your axe. A hand touches your shoulder. Perhaps Lily's or Pyre's, you aren't sure, but you feel the remaining healing magics they have come into you as the blood stops pooling down your face. A little strength returns to you as you raise your axe higher. You advance as one. Every table and ornament has been destroyed. Soot and scorch marks cover the once polished bronze shields that lined the walls. At the far end of the entrance hall, another statue of Morden. This one's 16 feet tall. It has a huge crack running up its side. The mighty mithril-coated hammer he once held now lay embedded deep in the floor under a pile of rubble and a cracked chandelier. Moving through the hall to the side rooms, you see more of the same. Everything destroyed, reduced to just shards and splinters. The destruction leads down the stairs into each room. Bedrooms, storage rooms, meditation chambers. The kitchen has been hit particularly hard, the roof caved in, burying the entire room in rubble. Continuing down the hall, the grand baths have been destroyed in a similar fashion. You head deeper still, down shattered, uneven stairs. You have to climb over a portion of collapsed wall, find matching ruin in the chamber below. It seems it was an archive. The smell of burnt ink fills the air here. Once it was a place where scribes diligently kept detailed records, but nothing survived the wave of destruction. Bookcases and crates lay in piles of wood and metal, their contents a ruin of ash and parchment scraps. The shields are scorched, seemingly blasted off the walls, and suits of armor once proudly polished now lay crumbled under stone from the wall and ceiling. You have finally reached the lowest floor, the innermost sanctum. Its great geared door, a relic of ancient dwarven craft, powered by old magic and great pistons of steam, lays ajar. The space around the opening has been cracked by extreme heat, the whole hallway charred black. You're just able to squeeze through one by one. This room seems to be hit the worst. The scorching blasts had melted the bronze plates that covered the wall, deforming them. Now hardened streaks of bronze like candle wax coat the raw stone walls. The once monolithic pillars of crystal that had ringed the center of the room lay shattered across the floor. At the center of it all, a massive stone arch with runes of power on each massive stone. Even from the doorway, you could tell they thrummed with ancient power. Many bodies lay broken around a figure in torn, burnt, but clearly once ornate robes slumped over a large stone pedestal next to the gateway. As you get closer, you can see the deformed headpiece of the High Priest of Morden. Pilgrim, you move forward slowly and remove the helm, revealing a burnt figure beneath it. But in its singed beard hair, you can clearly recognize the holy runes on each ring, detailing the life and accomplishments of Torgrid Runehammer, Faithbeard, head priest of Morden's Light. As you look down his beard, you can see that his charred hands are resting on a large rune. It's much, much older than runes you're used to. But the meaning of this rune is clear in its shape, its color. The rune this man died pressing down says off. As you look at it, your hands brush one of the rings, and you hear a voice in your ear, dry and cracked, but one you can still recognize from the times you had visited the temple as a smelting dwarf. They mustn't get the gateway, or all is lost. They hide in reflections. Believe not the false prophet. And with that, the charred body crumbles to dust, leaving just the half-melted headpiece and many wings of great magics, crafted from the finest metals from the mountain. Lily, as Firgrim heads to the slumped figure over the pedestal, you see Bruno snarling at the figures on the floor, hunches raised as he growls. You walk over one, taking off its mask, and you see the withered, born face wrapped in a look of horror. You have seen this face before. The faces of those whose bodies were taken over, their souls ripped out and replaced with the monsters from the mirror. Keepers look around in aghast, in shock, in horror. One says they don't know what this gate truly is. It is a secret kept by the priesthood and the royal family. All they know is that it connects to the inner throne chambers somehow. Ingvar nods.
Oh no, we got thrown through the mirror.
It would explain why the king was having so many guards and several of those metal monstrosities guarding one of his private rooms. He was paranoid. Something would attack from within, but all I saw was a stone arch like this one.
Just hit there to turn it on, I bet.
Then One of the keepers nods. If this connects to that, then we could use it to get back into the throne halls. But we would need to find a way to draw out the forces guarding it. Otherwise, those metal monsters would just shred us to bits the moment we step through to the other side.
I don't know if the High Priest made such an effort to keep it off. I don't think we should be rightly messing with it.
And that is when the memory fades.
We're just like, oh no, don't tell me we didn't leave well enough alone.
I think we messed with something we shouldn't have. As I hate to say it, Vikram, I think,
I think we fucked up.
mm-hmm. Pyre just looks.
I mean, Lockham fucked up first and bigger, but
As she's saying that, she just kind of looks to the side and shivers. Not one of those mirror things. Looked like Mia's. Were we messing with stuff that we didn't understand? Why? We know this shit's bad.
we might know, but maybe they don't.
But how do they convince us? People who have been dealing with this bullshit.
Desperation? Maybe we had to get to Chi quickly and otherwise something? I don't have my
Maybe.
memories, I can't rightly say.
That might be what happened, for all we know. Until we can better remember everything, I don't know. Pirate just sighs. Alright. What do we do now? As Pyre just looks around. I'm guessing we're back in the emptiness.
Memory found.
Let's let's just get back to the base. We have a lot to think about. That sound good? As Pyre looks at everyone.
That's probably a good idea.
Sounds good.
And with a nod, we shall head back to Herr Doctor.
Mhm. You start to make your way through the mists. Tooth is with you. What was that chamber?
Chamber was. I don't fully know. But my best guess is it was meant to be containment room, maybe.
Also, you were saying that man was the priest, this Hogrid?
Right.
Yeah.
So if he's dead there, who were you talking to in the throne halls?
That's the question, isn't it? Personal theory? We are talking to a clone. Well, not a clone, but a shadow doppelganger. That makes sense?
A shadow doppelganger.
You
A
know the
mirror.
cultists. Mirror. That's a better term. You know the cultists. That whole kerfuffle.
Would explain why they couldn't get the doors open.
Mm-hmm. Why the king has been keeping every cleric who could open the doors as separated and far away as possible.
Feargrim.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Could you make me a religion check?
Religion check. Ooh. Plus one go! 15.
15, you said?
I said 15.
Mm-hmm. You would, you're uncertain, but you might have heard mention that only the highest ranked within the priesthood have control over the magics that protect the Temple of Morden.
Anything on top of that, or is that it?
With a 15, that's all you can quite recall. You do have inspiration if you'd like to use it.
No, I'll hang on to that. Just thinking about what do I. Obviously, I share this information. I'm just not sure what further conjecture I can add.
Fair.
Because I did have a thought. It's not quite running away, but it's designed to stay tantalizingly out of reach. And I don't know if that's more or less annoying than it just running away.
Hey, if it's basically if it's running away, you can at least chase on it on a horse.
Maybe I can catch up to it if Slay says that again.
You're not certain, but you believe what you heard as a smelting dwarf is that only the highest ranked within the priesthood have control over the magics that protect the Temple of Morden.
Come on, which would mean, come on, brain.
Which would
Come on, brain,
mean...
Pyre, help me out here.
Okay, so that would mean that no one is able to open the door. Since all the other dwarves are out, since all the other dwarves that might have that power are currently in the army, which are digging a big ass fucking tunnel for no reason. And
Or those
also,
that are left could be mirror doppelgangers, which means the power wouldn't work.
mm-hmm,
So effectively, we can't trust anyone from the church?
they're in general, I guess.
But we kind of have to do anything.
From the church, probably, yeah. It's a whole thing of there's a lot here we're not getting. But at the same time, there's just...
As we dwarves often say, there's something here, but I can't quite put my hammer on it.
Yeah, exactly. There's something tantalizing. There's something teasing us, and we can't figure it out. That's the worst part.
The thing is that I feel like OOC we're really, really, really close to this as well.
Yeah, that... yeah, same.
It's like there's one piece missing, and I can see the rest of the jigsaw puzzle, but it's just not quite going.
I've been debating something. Given how this is a situation where the party doesn't have much ability to actually investigate things, I would assume. Not assume. I would propose to you letting you use inspiration to just get a hint.
You know what? I'll spend my inspiration on that.
I did want to ask the party as a whole if you thought that would be okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
feel
think
that's
You're
so.
talking to the guy that used the bullshit Lancer ability that let him directly ask questions of the GM.
Which I very much don't like, but given this unique situation.
Given this unique situation where we're kind of outsiders looking back in on something we were at.
Yes. So, Philgrim, you sit and you think. And you think. And you think. And, Bruno looks at you. He had witnessed that memory too.
Oh shit, Titan doesn't have any Vix pieces, does he?
No.
Nope, I can't Deus Ex rock
Deus Ex
psychic
rock
connection
yourself.
learning what Feargrim learning what Titan knows.
You
I
can't Deus
do
Ex
generally think
rock it.
Philgrim does know what Titan knows, because I am damn Neo 100% certain the party caught Philgrim up on everything Titan had shared with them.
That is true.
You
But did
spent a while
Titan
traveling
share?
together too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Big Rock Man. He's nice, good conversation, doesn't talk too much.
Yeah.
But does that mean that Titan shared everything he knew?
Yes,
Or
as
does
DM. Yes, he did.
Alright. Because I feel like there's things that Titan would know innately that he wouldn't think to tell other people because he would have thought they already knew them.
Well, you know what? Aliestri told him that if he wants to be good friends, he has to be nice and he has to talk with people, and so made him sit down, and they had a lunch date, and
Talk to them
now
like they're a
Philgrim
rock.
knows everything.
Talk to them like they're a rock, my son. Okay. Not like that. They don't. Not a telepathic rock. Oh.
Actually, you know what?
Oh.
No, he did exactly that. He smashed his forehead into Philgrim's forehead and telepathically shared his innate understandings.
That's why Pilgrim has that little dent in his fringe now.
Yes, it's why you have a permanently furrowed brow.
Okay, that's canon. That's too funny.
So yes, you
Oh.
do know it.
All right. I can stop trying to be not meta.
Just fucking headbutts Fear Grove to telepathically imbue him with knowledge.
Just imagine that in a setting.
But okay,
You see,
Firgum, you
dwarves can
you think,
headbutt each other to
and you
send each other
think,
telepathic
and
messages.
you realize if what you had heard as a child was true, and only the High Rank Priest of Morden, then based on the robes of those dead within the halls, that would have been the upper ranks of the faith. And if Torgud Runebeard himself was also dead in the innermost sanctum, there wouldn't be anyone high enough rank to undo the seal that Torgud himself likely put up in his dying moments. That is
There's
why the wounds felt
peace.
so mournful to you.
There's the peace. The entire upper clergy is dead. Why didn't we come to that conclusion earlier? I felt like there was going to be a more highbrow thing going on.
In all honesty,
When
we're
the
not the
simplest
smartest.
reason is staring us in the face.
And I will say, you actually know, as you say this out loud, Tus would then speak. That would be why there's so many non-dwarfs here. They need to bring in outsiders who are willing to try and blast through the doors.
Oh shit.
Swords is probably a bad idea. Especially so if the High Priest himself used his literal dying moments to shut it.
Which it basically entails that whatever was in there was so dangerous he would rather bind it with his
Excuse me.
soul than let it fall into anyone's hands.
Well, I don't know about soul binding, but he definitely wanted to make sure it stayed shut.
I'd say soul binding
Uh,
because
I would
dying.
say, Firgum, given how the moment you interacted with Torgud's body, you heard his dying breath, implies that yes, his spirit had still been there until you came and he then departed. So you would reason that yes, Torgud's spirit was guarding that hall until you came and have spiritually taken on that role now as the protector of the Temple of Moradin.
Well, guess I'm in charge now. This
Being
is
a
gonna
protector and
go
being in charge
horribly.
are two different things.
Well, it's not like there's much other clergy to take charge.
No, there's not. Unfortunately, you can't technically be a member of the clergy until you take the vow of Moradin. And while you've taken the oath of the Grudgebearer, you've never actually taken the vow of Moradin.
Loopholes.
I was never quite that religious.
Well,
That being said, I guess I might have to oversee a new high priest being instated. How that's
you
gonna
even
work, I
do
don't
that?
know.
Probably
Okay.
just looking over.
Uh,
Can you even do
It is
that?
now 6 p.m. Do you all want to keep going a little bit?
I've got enough brain cells to keep going.
Yeah, I got enough energy to keep going for a little bit longer.
Lily, do you? I know this is about when you make dinner. I don't want to keep any of you if you have things you need to do.
I'm probably okay for another 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, dokie. So, as you are walking, you all look down at your fingers, and you see ancient dwarven rings with runes of power forged from the finest metals under the mountain. What rings of power do you each now bear?
Oh God,
What are our options?
that is a good question. I do not know what the options are.
Hagrid, Runebeard, head priestess of Moradin's Light, was over 400 years old. He fought through the Great 100-Year War. He oversaw the priesthood longer than any before him. His powers were vast, rings of fire that could melt metal plates from the walls, rings of sundering earth that could collapse entire caverns, rings of thunderous blasts that could shatter everything in their path, rings of great waves that could wash away opposing forces. His ability to attune to these relics was amplified by his spiritual connection to the divine. A one-man maelstrom. Such was his power. And Philgrim, as you account this, you realize all that destruction you saw in the temple was almost certainly caused by Torgrid destroying every reflective surface in that place, such that nothing could enter it from any means.
I will take up the Ring of Fire. Be
Did
fitting,
say
I
rings plural.
suppose.
Fire and thunder do sound good.
You each have one ring, and they are not just limited to the feats of might you saw before you. He had 10 fingers.
Jesus.
And more still in his beard. Such great power are these rings that you each could only bear one. But what that one ring is a choice you get to make.
Huh.
No, Grave, you can't have a ring of wishes.
Wishes aren't Feargrim's thing.
Slaya still had to say it.
Slayer did have to say it, but you don't have to call me out for it, because that's not my thing.
Grave, let's be honest. If anyone here was going to ask for one, it would have been you.
No, I'm that person that doesn't take the wish spell. Like that one is just too cheap.
You do realize Jericho's whole build was you geared him up so you could have wish spell on demand.
Jericho's whole build was to be able to bullshit Deus Ex Machinas on demand.
Exactly, and that's the wish spell.
I mean, it was less Jericho taking the wish spell and more like Jericho being a wish spell, which I want to say
That's
is kind of
worse.
fundamental. Yes, it is worse, but fundamentally different. Pilgrim doesn't do that.
He
Pilgrim's
is a
very much
witch spell.
Pilgrim is like the I'm going to punch my problems in the face until they're not problems anymore. Wishing them away is not punching.
Okay. Uh, hmm. I want to take out the fire one, but God, all these are actually really good options. Slay, can you write down the names of them so we can remember and all that? Like, can you like list them out in like the chat or something so we can like keep track of the names and that way we can properly put them on our sheets and whatnot.
Oh, no. These rings are up to you. You get to choose what you have.
Oh!
Oh man, imagine a ring of smiting words.
Oh God, I don't even know where to start to think about that.
I think we're definitely going to need to take a week to think about it.
Yeah, This is some
what's
fucking
that?
deep lore you're digging into, Slaya, from what I can tell.
What's the subclass that Abjure Enemy comes from for paladins? It's like just imagine a ring of thunderous grudges that lets you do that on demand instead of being limited like a channel divinity. That would be some that'd be something. Oh no, I definitely think I need to think about that.
What what is Lily's thought? What do you think you take?
I'm thinking maybe something that'll allow me to cast divine magic.
Alright, is that what you wish?
Yeah, because I'll be more useful if I can cast my divine magic.
Alright.
Lily
Lily, you
taking
look
a ring of
down.
fervent knowledge.
You look down at your fingers and you don't see any ring. You feel sad there as you reach up to scratch your head, wondering why you didn't get one. As your hand touches something and you turn your head to look and look and look, and by the time you spun in circles 3 times, Tustus reaches out and grabs your horn and slides off it the large platinum and gold band set with pure sapphires, a rainbowy brilliant hue. You bear the ring of Moradin's light, a great
Ooh.
reservoir of divine magics accumulated over 300 years of the priest's life. This relic, a divine battery of tremendous magics. And as you realize it's there, as your soul, you feel tremendous surges of magics as you reattune to it. This is a legendary magic item.
Ooh.
Dear God.
You may now cast your cleric spells. All cleric
Let's
spells
go.
you cast get +3 to hit, to damage, and to save DCs. These spells cannot be counterspelled. And
Oh.
it allows you to overcome anti-magic fields up to level 10.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I kind of want the same.
Fortunately, there's only one.
Mm.
Each relic is one of a kind.
All right.
Get ring of the upheld word that allows me to cast my paladin's magics purely from grudges alone.
No, you cannot have Lily's amulet of cheating.
It was an idea that, like, as you were talking about things earlier, I was like, oh man, just imagine if dwarf divine magic worked differently than other divine magics because it is held in the oaths and truthfulness and grudges of their words, and thus dwarven magic or dwarven divine magic can work anywhere one can speak. It's like, you got to admit that sounds flavorful as heck.
Oh yeah.
In this context, though, it's mechanically bullshit.
Yeah, no, mechanically it is, but like.
That being said, the bane of dwarven magic, silence.
Honestly, the only ring that I can think of that would most likely fit Pyre would be one that would help her carry any burden.
you have to be a bit less abstract and a bit more mechanical.
I basically my mind is going to any
So she
bird in
gets
the
the
party.
ring of you. So basically, you get the ring of any time you need to make a strength check or save to lift something, you automatically succeed.
I was either thinking that or like take on the burden of facing any enemy, no matter the cost. It's either
Mhm.
the ability to take on any physical burden or any burden against to face an enemy because of Pyrus want to, well, protect her friends and protect them by, well, tanking everything. If that makes sense. Though, yeah, that might be a bit more abstract.
Uh, I do want to get like some casting back, but like only idea that's sort of mechanically forming in my mind is like getting like the Ring of Thunderous Oaths that lets me smite as a cantrip. But I mean that'd be busted. Oh, wait, no, I am the subclass that gets up your enemy. Hathur.
Hmm. Lily, you got any suggestions for me? I am actually thinking hard on this. I just want opinions and all that.
Yeah. Not really, but also my brain is turning to mush.
No, that is fair.
Alright. You have time to think about these.
Going from firm tofu to soft tofu really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that, you do, as you're contemplating all this, make your way back to the hospital. Mein Fräulein, you have would nine.
I have a new patient. I've
You
already
need to
filled out his
bath.
form.
We have new patients. Herr Doctor, we
It
have
will
new patients for
split you
you.
open over the altar of your own vile disregard for anything hygienic.
Look, all we need to do is just give
That's
them a
why he needs a
bath.
bath.
Do you think this is a doggy daycare? My
It is
nurses don't.
now.
He looks over at his nurses as they basically skip out the front door. They're wearing their nurse outfits now have like flared A-line skirts with poofy petticoats. They have the cap sleeves. They've fully embraced the maid cafe aesthetic. As your doctor just is like, what the shite?
Was der Scheiße?
As they with 10-foot poles take Bruno to be bathed, and then one of them turns to you, Lily. Her dress features a lower neckline, and you can see the bouncing swell of her bosom as she walks up to you and leans close, smelling
Oh no, oh no,
faintly
oh
of
no, oh no.
strawberries and cherry blossoms. And now the hospital has pink walls.
She smells just like cheese.
Oh
As
no.
she puts a gloved hand on you and begins guiding you as well to the bathroom because you also are gross. And then one does the same for you, Pio, another one for you, Feargrum, and you see three of them wrestling with Tus Tus as she's biting and clawing until In a miraculous feat of strength requiring snapping one's joint in 3 separate locations, manages to whiplash a needle around and sedate Tus enough to drag her limping form into the hospital and towards the bathroom. And I believe that is where we will end session, with the party getting a much needed cleaning up and resting while you all attune to these wings of power you now each realize you bear within you, as your doctor is in a vile mood.
Yeah.
His eyes beating an intense hazy red as his fangs are long and gnashing. Mine hospital is not some frivolous hospice for your lewd impulses.
Pyre just sinking into the bath. Just Pyre just sinks into the bath, very happy. She's getting bathed after being after all that muck. Okay, I am going to go now. I'll see you guys. I'll try and think up of a ring by next week.
Mm-hmm.
And you do the same, Grave. Okay, bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.